science class. In the previous class, we had a small introduction of separation. And today, we are going to start the methods of separation. Okay, children, when you talk about the separation, what are coming into your mind? Okay, you can see different methods of separation which can be used in different areas. Okay, for a particular area you can use a particular mode of separation. In another area you can use another mode of separation. Okay, and one question, why we need to separate those things? What is the use of separation? Is it essential? Yes. When you get up in the morning, you can see that there onwards your mother or in kitchen your mother start to separate. She used to separate tea leaves from tea and she will give you a cup of tea when you get up in the morning. From there the separation starts. Okay, sometimes you can see by using separation you can separate some useful things. But in some cases you can see that you want to separate some unwanted substances, some harmful substances. There also you need to have separation. Okay, and some cases the separation is essential to separate different components, except mainly like milk products, dairy products, etc. Okay, separation is very important in your day-to-day life. According to the size of the particle, according to the shape, according to the nature of the substances, you can classify, you can use different mode of separation. Okay, and we are mainly discussing the separations like hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, and finally evaporation. These are the important separation in your syllabus which you want to learn. Okay, let us go into detail what is mode of separation, how the separations can be done. Okay, separation of substances. Let's go to the different examples of separation. The same picture is there in your textbook also. So when you pour the tea into teacup, before that your mother is to do this process. Okay, she is to use the strainer for the separation. Why she is using this strainer? Did you ever seen the strainer? Okay, you might have seen that. Okay, so if you want to drink the tea, what have to do? You have to separate the tea leaves. So tea is a useful component, you want to drink it. The tea leaves are the non-useful components you want to separate. Okay, we used to drink tea and we used to throw the tea leaves. For that, separation is required. Okay, so this is the importance of separation. So non-useful components are to be separated. Okay, and this is essential for the home. Okay, and coming to the other examples, can you say some other examples at home? Yes, you can see churning machines here. Okay, what is churning? Yes, after continuous stirring, you can see that from the curd, your mother is separating useful components like butter and lassi. Makhan means butter. Both makhan and lassi are separated after churning. After continuous stirring curd, you can separate both useful components. Okay, both are two useful substances, components which are required. Right? We used to have butter and we used to have lassi. For that, this separation is very essential. Butter and makhan. Okay. And can you say any other examples for the separation? Yes. Let us go to the another separation. Okay. Here you can see what is this. What is this actually? This is the wheat plant. Right? Yes. Mainly we are getting wheat flour from this plant. Okay. Students, please look at here. This is the grain portion. This is the grain portion. And look at here. And down you can see what? A stalk. This is a stalk and the top is the grain. So from the stalk, what you have to do? You have to separate the grains. From the stalk, you have to separate the grains. How you will separate this grain from the stalk? Okay, this is the grain and this is the stalks. Grain is useful and stalks also useful. Grain we eat for atta and all. Okay, we used to grind it and we used to eat it. And stalks, we mainly feed the straw to animals. It is used as animal feed. Both are essential. Okay, so which method of separation is possible here? Okay, as a student, you have to know. Okay, grain is separated from stalk of plant. It is very, very essential separation. Okay, I will show you another example of separation. This maybe you might have learned from the third chapter, that is fiber to fabric. Right? Yes. What is this process? This process is called, can anyone say? Yes, this process is called ginning. Yes, the process of separating cotton fibers from the cotton seeds. That is called ginning. This is very essential separation, ginning. Okay, and this process also very, very important separation in your day-to-day life. You might have familiar that. Okay, so if you want to separate the specific food items from the salad, you like salad but you would like to separate your favorite fruit from the salad. How you will separate? You pick up veggies you don't like and you eat rest of them. Right? So which method you are using to separate those vegetables or those fruits from the salad or from spices from the salad? You can directly you can separate it by using your hand. Right? Yes. This is one of the important mode of separation. That separation by using your hand. Okay. My question, why we are separating? What is the importance? Why do we separate those substances? First, to remove harmful substances from a mixture like stone, insects, pulses, rices, etc. And the second use, to separate non-useful substances from mixture like straining tea leaves from tea. You have seen the first example. We also separate two useful components if we want to use them separately like butter, lassi, etc. That also you have seen in the previous case. From the curd, how you will separate this lassi and lassi and makhan, how you separated. So however, maybe separation is very, very important. Remember these 3 points. These points very, very important. That is to remove harmful substances or to remove non-useful substances and to separate two useful components. So which is very, very essential in your day-to-day life. Okay. And first 2 points you can see that harmful and non-useful. Harmful substances has to be removed. Okay, your mother used to do at home. She used to remove the stones, etc. from the rice. And the second process also from your home, your mother used to do like that. And the third process also, which is familiar, that also which showing a very important role, which plays a very important role in your day-to-day life, the separating lassi and butter by churning curd. Okay, this table is there in your textbook. Okay, the first case, separate stones from rice. What is the purpose which we want to do the separation? Yes, to remove impurities or harmful components. Okay, the stone is a harmful components that you have to separate from the rice. And obviously, we used to throw away the impurities. Okay, coming to the second case, churning curd to obtain butter. Why we are doing churning? Yes, there the churning is essential. It is used to separate two different, but it is useful components, to differentiate two useful components. Okay, and we are using both the components, that is lassi and butter. So here it is essential. Coming to the third process, separation process, separate tea leaves. Why we are separating tea leaves? To remove non-useful components. Here tea leaves are the non-useful components. So you want to separate this. What we are doing? We used to throw away the solid component, tea leaves. Okay, this is the example, the same there in the textbook also. Okay, why we learn this? We are going to the first different more methods of separation. Okay, you know what are the different methods of separation? Yes, I have in the introductory session I have told you. You can see different methods of separation: hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, and evaporation. You have to learn different separation methods by using different examples and based on the size examples, etc. First, hand picking. From the rice, how will you separate grains? Rice grains with impurities. Here you can see from the impurity. This is a daily activity your mother used to do at home. Okay, what she used to do? Did you ever help your mom to pick up the stones? No. Just simply using hand, and you can just pick up the grains. You can just pick up the stones from the grains. Okay, and this is used mainly for the substance should be mainly in a bigger size. So the pulses, rice have impurities such as stones, dirt, insects, other grains. Okay, to remove those stones, dirt, insects, other grains with your hand. Okay, that is a simple method called hand picking. What is hand picking? It is a separation method used to remove the unwanted or harmful substance from a mixture by using your hand. Okay. Can hand picking be used to separate all substances from a mixture? Is it possible to use hand picking for all the substances like here? Mixture of salt and sugar. Is it possible to separate salt and sugar by using your hand? No. We have other methods also. Right? Yes, we are not supposed to separate those two components. Okay. So children, my question. Where this hand picking are possible? And here which methods are applicable? Not only hand picking, there are many methods. Hand picking can be used if the size of impurity is large or the quantity of impure substance is less, then only hand picking is possible. Remember these 2 points. Hand picking is only possible if the size of impure substance is large or the quantity of impure substance is less. In this case only you can use hand picking methods for the separation of components. Remember these 2 points in your mind. Okay.